और देखो, हम तुम्हें आजमाएंगे जरूर, कभी खौफ से और कभी भूख से और कभी मालो जान और फलों में कमी करके। और जो लोग ऐसे हालात में सब्र से काम लें, उनको खुशखबरी सुना दो। ये वो लोग हैं कि जब इनको कोई मुसीबत पहुंचती है तो ये कहते हैं कि हम सब अल्लाह ही के हैं और हमको अल्लाह ही की तरफ लौट कर जाना है। ये वो लोग हैं जिन पर उनके परवरदिगार की तरफ से खुसूसी इनायतें हैं और रहमत है, और यही लोग हैं जो हिदायत पर हैं।
Devastation comes to California. In them,
at least 16 people have died since Tuesday and about a dozen others are missing. 4 large fires are still burning, and officials say that the threat will remain high until Wednesday because of strong winds.
The Israeli people, more than 15 months of suffering by the innocent people of Gaza. Fighting in Gaza will stop, and soon the hostages will return home to their families. The elements of this deal are what I laid out in detail this past May, which was embraced by countries around the world and endorsed overwhelmingly by the UN Security Council. The deal is structured in 3 phases. Phase 1 will last 6 weeks. It includes a full and complete ceasefire, withdrawal of Israeli forces from all the populated areas of Gaza, and the release of a number of hostages held by Hamas, including women and elderly and the wounded. And I'm proud to say Americans will be part of that hostage release in phase 1 as well. And the Vice President and I cannot wait to welcome them home. In exchange, Israel released hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. And during phase 1, the Palestinians can also return to their neighborhoods in all the areas of Gaza. And the surge of humanitarian assistance into Gaza will begin. And the innocent people can have a greater access to these vital supplies. You know, during the next 6 weeks, Israel will negotiate the necessary arrangements to get phase 2, which is a permanent end of the war. Let me say it again, a permanent end of the war.
residents flee for their lives.
There's nothing we can do now, bro.
We had everything, like the sentimental things. Like, my mom passed away. I had only a few things of hers left.
All the stuff that's here is replaceable. People are not. So having the family is the most important thing.
Homes are destroyed on an unprecedented scale.
People would normally be driving up and down here with surfboards on top of their cars, ready to enjoy a day at the beach. But right now, it just looks like some sort of apocalypse.
Firefighters struggle to hold back the flames.
All 29 fire departments in our county are not prepared for this type of widespread disaster. All 29 fire departments in our county are not prepared for this type of widespread disaster.
How did it happen? And why did the fires spread so quickly?
Fuel to keep that fire going, and it's likely to burn longer and burn a larger area. The National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration did a paper looking at the relationship between temperature increase and wildfires. They found that climate change had caused an almost 200% increase, so almost doubled the area burnt by wildfires since the 1970s. People are saying now $150 billion, the most expensive fire in US history and presumably in world history. So as a climate journalist, you look at this and you say, this is one of those kind of key events in the history of the whole planet's understanding of the potential impacts of climate change.
We're just letting everybody know where we're at. We're taking donations, any types. There's anything from kids supplies, pet supplies, food, anything you could think of that we could help you with. There was a lady here offering housing for people that have lost homes. We're just trying to help in any way possible in a hard time like this.
I came here because I'm in need. I lost my house, my childhood home, It's just devastating. This is crazy. City I grew up in is gone.
We wanted to see if we could get water because that's the mostly thing that we're worried about, the water. We need water.
Prince Harry and his wife Meghan have been meeting some of the first responders and victims of the fires at a World Central Kitchen site where food is being distributed. The couple spoke and, as you see, hugged some of the people who'd been affected by the Eton fire. It's believed that they'd already contributed clothing, children's items and other essential supplies.
The governor of California has called for an independent investigation into whether water shortages hindered efforts to control the wildfires that have devastated parts of Los Angeles. Firefighters are still trying to contain the blazes.
Beautiful job.
By Saturday, 6 fires were burning. Poor air quality caused by billowing ash and smoke prompted the authorities to declare a local health emergency. The number of dead climbed to 11.
Determining the cause of these fires is critical, and to that end, Mayor Bass, Chief Crowley, and I are announcing, in conjunction with our partner agencies, the creation of the Los Angeles Regional Wildfire Investigative Task Force. This task force is made up of local, state, and federal partners designed to investigate the cause of these fires and to see if there's any connection between.
To all LA County residents, please be assured that we will continue to battle these wildfires from the air and on the ground until they are fully contained. We stand alongside all of you as we begin repopulation of evacuated areas, establishment of disaster recovery centers, and the rebuilding of your homes, your communities, and your lives.
Watching the fires develop, sitting kind of awestruck, seeing this kind of vision of apocalypse in one of the greatest cities on earth burning. It was a cataclysmic fire.
California will be probably asking itself big questions. You can't stop or prevent wildfires as such, especially in the climate that California has. It will have to look into various ways to manage the potential and the ways they tackle the fires in the future, especially as it's becoming a growing threat on every month of the year and over wider areas.
The imagery of LA has become black and white. It's ash and charred, burnt material. This sort of ghostly landscape that's emerged from a place we're all familiar with because we've all seen the movies. We know what LA looks like. We know the palm trees and the green grass. And now you see this sort of really degraded, frankly terrifying kind of shattered landscape.
The people here will never forget these fires that ushered in the new year. And the scale of the tragedy, it's really difficult to overstate. Yes, much of the physical damage to homes and businesses, that can be put right, but the lives of some have been changed forever, with many people wondering, because the fire season is getting longer and longer, how are they going to cope next time?